Welcome everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to share another new recipe. This is eggless carrot cake with Greek yogurt frosting. Instead of cream cheese, we are using Greek yogurt. It's low in fat and this recipe is really simple. We need 2 cups of plain flour, half a cup of custard flour, 1 cup of brown sugar, we are using soft brown sugar, 3/4 cup of yogurt, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of bicarbonate soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of condensed milk, half a cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, this is optional, 2 teaspoons of vinegar or lime or lemon juice, 1/4 cup of light cooking oil, we are using sunflower oil, 2 carrots, we have grated and measured about 2 cups. Use a large mixing bowl, add in the yogurt and the oil and mix it together. Keep beating it for a minute. Now add the ground sugar. Continue beating it. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now add in the condensed milk and mix it well. Now use a large sieve. Add in the plain flour, custard flour, baking powder and bicarbonate soda. Sieve everything directly into the bowl. Once you have done that, mix everything well. Keep beating it until it turns into a nice smooth batter. Now add in the vanilla essence and keep beating it for another 2 minutes. At this stage, you can add the grated carrot. Mix everything well until it's all well incorporated. Now you can add the milk and mix it thoroughly. Now add the vinegar or lime juice. Mix it well. You will notice that it will slightly foam up. Keep beating it for 2 minutes. Now switch on the oven. Set it at 180 degrees Celsius. Grease and line the cake mold. Sprinkle some oil and coat it evenly. Place a grease-proof paper at the bottom of the cake mold. Stir the batter again before transferring it into the cake mold. We are using a 6 by 9 inch cake mold. You can use 8 by 8 or any equivalent, but do not fill more than 3/4 of the mold. Place it in the oven and bake for 1 hour at 180 degrees Celsius. The timing may depend on your oven. Keep an eye on it after 45 minutes. This has been cooking for 1 hour. It's already done. Switch off the oven but do not remove it from the oven immediately. Leave it in the oven for another 10 minutes because the cake might sink if there's a sudden change in temperature. Remove it from the oven. Let it cool down for about 15 to 30 minutes. You can slice it and serve it now, but since we are frosting it, we have to let it cool down completely. Cover and let it cool down for 5 to 6 hours. This has completely cooled down. Run a knife along the edges to separate the cake from the mold and invert it into a nice clean cutting board. A large plate or tray will do as well. Tap it a few times to remove it. This has come out very nicely this time. Peel the paper slowly. Now I'm going to slowly invert the cake. You can skip this step, especially if the cake is too soft. Brush off the crumbs from the board or tray to give it a neat finish. Now we can start making the frosting. What you need is 3/4 cup of Greek yogurt, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of icing sugar. First, sieve the icing sugar to remove any lumps. Add the yogurt and mix it well. Start with 1 tablespoon of sugar first. Too much sugar might make the frosting runny, so adjust accordingly. Now you can spread it over the cake. Do this just before serving to keep the freshness of the yogurt. Leave the frosting in the refrigerator and spread it just before serving. For the best result, consume the cake within 2 hours or leave it in the refrigerator. Our carrot cake is ready now. We can cut and serve it. This frosting might not look pretty, but it goes very well with the carrot cake. Since we use soft brown sugar, the cake is a bit brownish. If you use white sugar, it might look yellow. Now it's time to enjoy this carrot cake with the family. You definitely have to try this recipe. Share with us your photos and your comments. Till we meet again soon with another new recipe. Vanakkam, bye.
Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.